Hello, this is Kroll Sentry. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Orcs Must Die. Alright, so we're going to the expansion. Alright, remember that video, 5th time's the try? Yeah, we're back to 5 tries again. Man, I hate this level. So, last time, I came up with an incredibly stupid idea. And as it turns out, my stupid ideas seem to be my best ones. It's because they go against, like, all the things I know are the way you're supposed to do things. And yet they work anyways, because they use entirely different rules and basically come up with ideas that are, like, so far outside the box that you wouldn't expect them to work, and yet they do. Alright, so there is no plot to this. This is just an extra level. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. So you got this door. They're gonna come over here. Nice wide open area. Got some stairs there. There's no way to place traps there. Sorry, I've tried. Boiling acid, things you can drop. You can see the spots where they're dropping. Goes through another little array here. And then we go up the stairs. Okay. And then coming from the reverse side, it's almost the same thing, except they're going down the stairs instead of up the stairs at the end. I think there's a slight spacing difference somewhere in here, but it's pretty much the same thing. This portal takes you back and forth to the two different sides. You're still going to have to sprint for it if you're going to go for the rift, though. That has become a little bit of a problem once or twice, but not a big deal. Here's the key, though. Last time, I finally got past the first, like, four waves, which was my main problem with my stupid idea, which I'll show you momentarily, because it actually worked extremely well. Like I said, my stupid ideas work. And right at the last second, on my mini-map, I see a guy coming in from this side, and that's it. Game over. Well, more specifically, I got 4 skulls instead of 5. And so I was, like, the last wave's done, I'm about to jump over the other side and see if there's anyone left, because I'm like, actually I was looking at the mini-map, because I'm like, okay, so we haven't finished this wave, who's left? And then all of a sudden I see the red dot, and then my guy goes into the 4 skull dance, because, well, that's the last enemy alive. And I'm not sure, but I suspect it was a kobold, but now I'm going to open my spellbook and show you something. Alright, first of all, I'll show you what I'm talking about real quick. I used decoys for the first time last time. And I had a decoy in front of each side, right along the path, and they completely ignored the decoy. Seriously, didn't touch it. They just ran right past it. So, as far as I'm concerned, decoys are useless. I guess they might be useful for something like a Null Hunter or something, maybe? But I'm not really concerned about them going for the rift. They go for me instead, or my guardians, usually. So, the decoy is not something that I give a care about at this point. I didn't like it to begin with, and it didn't even work when it was supposed to, so what a stupid idea. Oh well. I suspect that it's got other uses, but not for the way I play, and my cat wants to step on my mouse. Okay, so, we have the Orc Warrior, Standard, Kobold Runner, Crossbow Orc, Null Hunter. Kobold Sappers means no barricades. I will give you a tip, though. They do actually show up at, I think, wave 10 or 11, when they finally show up at all. So, truth is, you might be able to use barricades, but I wouldn't rely on it, seriously. Cyclops Mage. That's their new guy. Not in the main campaign at all. Fires. Alright, so he's dangerous, ranged enemy, fires seeking projectiles. The projectiles are extremely slow. I had no trouble avoiding them at all, seriously. I would say as far as durability goes, I don't think he's even as tough as the Null Hunter. I would say he's closer to the, what do you call it? Hobgoblin Shaman? But he's not raising, of course, enemies. He's just firing these massive projectiles that are super slow-moving. Which means even though they're seeking, as long as you're staying mobile, you'll be fine. They're not really a big deal, as it turns out. That being said, though, Kobold Sappers are main threat. So, let's go ahead and get this going. Want our standard setup here. At least it's been working fine for me. The sticky tar trap is still useful. We're going to use our extended arrow wall. So there's no spot for ceiling traps, unfortunately. I did play some autoballistas because I was concerned about things like the Null Hunters and the Cyclops Mages, but I couldn't afford them till later on, and I felt that my traps were handling things so well, they weren't a very significant bonus, to be perfectly honest. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. Actually, I'm still going to use a sticky tar trap, and I've been thinking about this. Alright, so what can stop a kobold runner? So here's the deal. A sticky tar trap affects an enemy simply by them walking on it, so it affects these guys, but only a little, because they're so fast. That they're still fast moving, just not as fast. There's also some new traps out there, which is the thing. Now, if I use a spike trap, these guys will sprint over it, set it off, and it will go off after they're past it, which is really annoying, and then the trap has to reset. So I don't think that's quite where I'm going to go. Instead, I have another idea. If I can find down here. Alright, so we have these 5 things down here, and I'm going to use floor scorchers, but I'll show you these real quick. The shock zapper, it says it's a ceiling mounted turret. As far as I know, when they fly directly underneath it, it's like having a spike trap on the ceiling. It just hits them from the ceiling. Big whoop. The mana well is something I've been thinking about because it restores mana to the player. It's like having an extra charge of mana. You can run up to it, restores mana quickly, then you get back into the fight faster instead of waiting for it. So it really helps if you're going to use a lot of spells. The Vampiric Gauntlet, left click is a direct hit, not area of effect, but it's pretty darn powerful. It can kill orcs really fast, and so you can chew through enemies really quickly this way, and it heals you at the same time. Right click damages your health, but it restores your mana really quickly. And then of course you can use that mana to restore your health again. If you don't take any hits at all, I think if you got like 100% accuracy and you didn't take any hits, then you would basically be able to go back and forth indefinitely. But you will miss from time to time. It's kind of guaranteed, honestly, in this frantic game, and you will occasionally take a hit, and so you will be able to use it less and less. So it's not indefinite because of that. But on the other hand, if you're using something like, there's this one Weaver thing that allows you to get reduced mana cost, that might make this more feasible to continually use. Even then, it's not area of effect. I would say it'd be pretty darn good for something like a Knoll Hunter, though. Or, Cyclops Mage. They're tough enemies. Alchemist Satchel. You toss these little bottles, they bounce around, and then you can right-click to detonate them. And they basically hit like a fireball, so to speak. And about roughly the same cost of mana, honestly. And they are set off by anything, including if they directly hit an enemy, it'll set them off. If they're on the ground still and the enemy walks past them, won't do a thing. I'm not sure if it'll go off when they're slow moving, but I think it's just it won't go off unless they're still bouncing or something. But they can walk past it. But like, excuse me, if any attack hits it at all, it'll set it off. If a trap hits it, if one of your arrows hits it, one of their arrows hits it, if they swing and happen to hit it in the process, it'll go off and kaboom, acid everywhere. It's kind of useful for setting traps, but to be perfectly honest, it's not something I've thought of as being much more effective than just a plain old Flame Bracer or Ring of Lightning. But it does have its purpose. It definitely does. And there's a reason to use the Vampiric Gauntlets, too. Anyway, so I'm going to add in my Floor Scorcher now, and this flips up, burns groups of enemies. I think it's got a little bit of a arc to it, not a big one, and it definitely does a fair amount of damage. And it also lights them on fire, which is why it's 800, and which is pretty expensive for a floor trap. That being said, I think that'll be a nice little addition. So let me go ahead and run through this real quick. I knew there's something I was forgetting. I gotta make sure I got my Guardians in place. And let me see if there's anything I'm forgetting. The Wind Belt would actually be somewhat useful, I think, but not a lot. Honestly, I prefer ice so I can kill the Knoll Hunters. But I found the decoys to be mostly useless. I'm gonna have arrows flying everywhere, so something like the Boom Barrel would just go off like crazy. I'm afraid the Grinder's no good because I can't force the enemy to be right next to it. Darn it. The Spore Mushrooms, again, I'm not fond of them. Coin Forge has its purpose, it's just not for me. And I found that honestly I am far better with traps than spells. It's just how it goes. Anyways, but I'm going to see how I'm going to work this out. So I really wish... I don't even have a spot for the Clockwork Mace until it's too late to really defend the area. So I guess with 2 extra traps, I want to do something. I'm going to stick in my Vampiric Gauntlets. And you know what? Mana Well. Alright, I'm going to do something stupid. Seriously. This is probably really stupid. I'm going to do it anyways. What the heck?
What have you got?
Alright, so if I use the Steel Weaver like last time, I can get really durable Guardians. If I use the Knowledge Weaver, I can blow the ever-living snot out of the guys with all kinds of traps. Skull Anatomy combined with Spell Magnification get lots of points early on. So I get a lot of traps early on, and then I can use Trap Linkage to be able to generate lots of mana. And then, of course, I get Rift Sentience to be able to deal with, like the random jerk that's slit by everyone. And Zombie Orcs are just a nice little fun addition, just to be like, haha. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try it again. I may fail, but I'm gonna try it anyways. What the heck? Alright, that'll give me enough points to get started. So I'm going to... Alright, so here's the deal. Stupid idea. Paladin Guardian here. Later on, I'm gonna have a second one to defend a row of archers back here. That's what actually works. I'm gonna have to basically rely on traps to start with, to be perfectly honest. And I'll keep the backup here for more single target for the other little ability here. And when I get later on, I'll probably add in some of the mana recharge stations sort of thing. Alright, so I know they're going to appear here, so let's go for it. Bring it on! And Lightning Storm! Yippee! Let's go ahead, keep these guys going here. Another Lightning Storm? There we go. Took a moment. Alright, anyways. I'm just gonna... Oh, I need to be upping my rate of fire a bit. I'm not really firing too terribly fast at the moment. And, let's jump over to the other side. Always gotta switch that around, because they tend to get turned around as a result of everything. Alright. Again, Lightning Storm. As soon as they're in range, I don't want them to... I don't want to waste the shots, It's kind of what it comes down to. And yeah, I could do, headshots and all that. I don't really find it to be that useful. So, alright. Another Lightning Storm. So this is actually racking up a lot more points than I normally would get at this point. So I'm kind of happy with this, actually. Let's go ahead. I get some guys coming up with their deals. I got one guy. I'm just trying to get as many as I reasonably can. And they refresh constantly, so I might as well. And there we go. This way I can leave and defend this side, because they're going to come from both sides now. Okay, so I'm just going to take out a couple guys. With all those archers up, they should be able to handle it fairly well. But I'm going to go ahead, now that they're going, and... Verified? Yeah, we're good, we're good. Alright. Hey. Don't be doing that. Whoa. I walked into the arrows. That's not what I normally do. Alright, not to say I'm that good, but still. Alright, that worked. Cleared out my numbers a bit. Alright, I'm gonna jump over here. Clear out my numbers even more. Okay. Yes, I get it. Archer's wrong. Yeah. You only said 2 archers fell. That's okay. This happened last time, too. The archers are not exactly the toughest guys around, But you'd make do with what you got. Alright, so... I'm going to go ahead and grab Trap Linkage because it's that critical.
Fight well, War Mage.
And I'm going to jump over my remaining points. It looks like I'm going to be able to afford 4 archers from the looks of things. And let's go for it. And I'm just going to have to start piling up the archers at this point. Alright, let's go. Alright, going to have to hold back for a moment. And Lightning Storm. Actually, that Lightning Storm will hold on for a moment, so I'm going to go over here and help these guys out. Uh-oh. I recognize that sound. Where are you? Wow, that's right. Headshots are a lot stronger now. Okay, they're good. Over. That's why you gotta get all those, Right. Start piling these guys up. Alright. We're good. Anyways, I forgot what I was gonna say. Darn you, ADD! Come on. Yeah, we get no trouble here. Alright, let's grab this coin. That'll allow me to slip one more in. you know, take everything I can get here. And yeah, just trying to make use of these. Okay, we're good. Come on, what am I going to do with lightning power here? Get a few cleared out. Okay, we're doing good. Okay, let's jump over. Alright, we're good. Let's go ahead. Place our archers as much as we can. Okay, I'm going to jump over here. Because I think they're a little bit looser here in their overall fit. Okay. And let's try to get in some lightning here. Okay. 9.
Clean up on aisle 3.
Okay. That was fast.
Nice.
Okay, we're good. Jumping over.
Sweet.
Alright, we're good here. Jump over. How are we doing? Let's drop some acid on these guys. Get a lightning storm jump going. Jump over here. We got a ton of guys coming through. Okay, we're okay though. We're holding up. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to drop in my second Paladin Guardian. That should hold the enemies there. And then I'm going to... Okay, so I'm gonna line this up here with arrow wall, and basically the idea is that I'm also going to be placing some of these in, and I don't really have time to really do everything I'd like. See, these columns block a lot of your traps. So the idea is to have, like, this will slow them down a little, catch them in the arrow wall, and then these will also help out. Unfortunately, I gotta deal with more than likely the side that's gonna have more trouble first. Come on, come on. Come on. Keeping an eye on the other side of your radar. Not really in trouble right now. Okay. Lightning storm. Okay. I was right. That is pretty decent. Okay, gonna jump over.
Yes.
Well, that was good. Alright. So let's go ahead.
Picnic time.
And next wave's coming. This will really help out. Yeah, they're kind of like about ready to burst. I like that look. It's actually pretty cool. Oh, stand back for a moment. Jump out. Lightning. Okay. Let's jump over to the other side here. Pop out a little bit over here. And I see our big nasties, for lack of a better term. Let's see. Look how slow moving that thing is. And whoa, 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 whoa. Almost got hit. Come on. Fire, 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 fire. There we go. The other side's already done. I guess that does say a lot. Oh, you don't.
That's right.
Alright, well, we got some nice coins from that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish here. Jump over to the other side. I don't have a whole lot of time. You'll notice a bit of an odd placement if you're paying much attention.
This'll be fun.
There's a reason for that, actually. Anyways, let's grab that potion. Okay, yeah, they're gonna be fine because they have traps up. These guys do not. And there we go. Yeah, that's much faster now. Okay, they're getting out of the way through over here. Alright. I like this. This is going well. Alright. Alright. Gotta make sure this is aimed correctly.
Who wants more traps?
Alright,
I do.
we're doing good. We're doing good. Alright. Okay, so we can place those here. And so I'll go ahead and start getting those up. See, the enemies are not going to get that close to the wall because they have to go around this part of the wall. So they can't really get by it that easily. They don't usually come up on the stairs either. So we're good here. And also, because of the position, I wanted it to be lined up directly, and that was the best positioning I could get. So, anyways. One side can actually hold two of these. This might be that side. But the other side cannot. So for ease sake, I just kind of sped through it, I guess. Anyways, and we'll set these down as we can. I better keep going. Don't want to lose my time bonuses and all that. Okay, hold up, and hello. And let's go ahead, heal some of these jerks. And let's have fun and pass it. Oh, I'm not paying much attention, apparently. Hi? Is it, you gonna leave something for me? You know, I'm not gonna complain. If you guys don't want to leave anything for me, I am perfectly okay with that. Just means I did a good job of setting trap. Why can't I set a trap right there? Okay, that's weird. Oh, crud. Oh, crud. That's a normal cobalt. Okay, they spooked me for a sec here. It's wave 11. Yeah, like I said. Okay, whatever. For some reason, it won't let me place it.
Aw, look who has
I'm
no
gonna place it
arm.
there. So there. Right. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is actually incredibly effective right now.
Ew, gross.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place that. Alright. Might as well. Kinda have everything under control. Okay. Okay. Really good.
Who has no arm?
Hang on. I can get over here. Wow. Ouch!
Nice.
Okay, that was I got a little too close to the cobalt there. Kaboom! Yeah, that... Sorry, I wasn't talking very much at the end because I was, like, jumping back and forth. I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna go... No, they're already dead. Okay, let's go over here. No, they're already dead. Darn it, they're all dead. Well, that's a good thing, I guess. Alright, stats. Okay, so... yeah, we got lots of time. You know, I'm curious. There's probably less people on this leaderboard. Yeah, I got a rank of only, like, 8,800th place. That's really good. Probably because there's not many people that are playing it, though. That's my guess. Upgrades. I got 17 points. What do I want to upgrade? You know, this thing, it's a wider arc of fire. That was actually a really nice trap. So let me think about this for a moment. I have been waiting on the pounder, but honestly, anytime I use the pounder, I can almost guarantee to use the clockwork mace, which is my preference. So, yeah. This was so useless. Sorcerer's Brimstone has its use. Sniper Auto Ballista, you know, decent upgrade. Spicy Mushrooms, and, you know, these are my things. Coin Forge generates additional coins. That can be really useful for those who want to go that way. Not my thing, but that's okay. Storm Zapper holds an additional lightning charge, so it can actually fire twice before it has to reset, if I'm not mistaken. Mana Well contains more mana. As you can see, it's pretty small, but expensive. And was useful. It really was. The Floor Burner, Floor Scorcher, has a wider arc of fire, is the one I think I'm going to end up going for. So that was actually decent. I liked that. And it was mostly in front, so now we can hit enemies to the side of it, too. I guess it's a little bit like our arrow walls being able to hit a wider area, or longer range type thing when they set off. It's not a huge bonus, I'm guessing, but good enough. Alright, so thanks for watching. Hope you've all had fun. I finally beat this, my 5th try. Let's stop the trend of 5th tries. Can we do the first tries again? I like the first tries. Anyways, I'll see you all next time.